What is going on, everybody? Hello, happy Friday, March 21st, 8:15 p.m. Holy crap. March is going, it's already, it's almost middle of the year. Holy crap, that's a trip. Who's gonna be first to say hello? Who do you guys think it'll be? Christina sees first. What is going on? Christina, how are you? What's happening in your neck of the woods? Shutter Emotions, what's going on? Shutter Emotions, AZ Raven, the Raven and AZ, what's happening? AZ Raven. Maria Carrera, what's happening? Maria Fernando Luz in Southern Arizona, what's going on? Cindy Patnode in Oregon. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Faye Teeter, what's going on, Faye? Esther Chavez, what's happening? Michelle B, hello. Cherie Sinapoli Brizette. Good evening. Hello. Anita Munoz. How are you? Robert Tovar. What's going on? Carrie Y. Hello. Pamela Maltese. What's happening? Ramon Martinez. Ramon Martinez. Greetings. How are you, Ramon? Danielle Williams in H Town, Texas. What's happening? Alexandra Pineda in H Town, Texas. What's happening, Alexandra? Caroline Therese. Hello. Hello. Alicia Manger. Hello. Julie PRJ. Reminds me of Pabst Blue Ribbon for some reason. Elizabeth Gonzalez, hello. Megan Mead. Where have you been, Megan Mead? You haven't been here in a minute. Cherie says, close enough. Laura, none of your business. Why are they guys slamming you so much? I think he's going out of line with things. I think there's just knuckleheads out in the world, mentally ill, mentally disturbed people, and so you just have to pray for that stuff. So for those people that are bitter, angry, you just have to pray for them, So Angie, what is going on? The best thing to do, Laura, is really ignore those people. But since you guys keep watching trash, you're gonna smell some of that trash. So I don't play in dumpsters. Fernando Lewis, what is going on? Hello, La Lover. Hello, how are you, La Lover? Nancy and Terry Whitmore, what's going on? Jennifer Lab Mama, what's going on? Hello, hello. Fernando Lewis is doing good, enjoying this nice weather. Me too. The weather is super nice. Pamela Maltese likes my hat. I like my hat too. I like it. Thank you, Pamela. Bernadette Tolson. I'm happy to see. Yeah, I've been so I had the busiest week at work, man. Just meetings and people, managers from out of town and meetings. We had meetings about meetings, so not fun. Maria Carrera, how's the weather? It's nice, like what, 75, 80 today. It felt like it, so it was nice. Alicia is in calendar Canada. Awesome. Canada's cool. Artist V, what's going on? Artist, how you been? What's new in your life? Brianni, what's happening? Brianna Caldwell, what's going on? Kanga Jody, all the way in Australia. Very cool. Megan Mead says, well, I work there 3 jobs, so I've just been really busy now. I've seen a miss. 3 jobs? Holy crap, Megan. How do you function? When do you sleep? When do you hang out with your family? When do time for haircuts and nails and all that stuff? Rachel Berry, what's going on? Cherie Brizette, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. You're awesome. Christina Griffith, what's going on, Christina? Hello. 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 Denise Monroy, what's going on, Denise? How are you? Mary Baldrica, March Madness. I was watching U of A earlier. They destroyed Akron, University of Akron, I guess, in Ohio, I guess. So they're probably a smaller school, but yeah, it was a good game. So yeah, I'm watching the March Madness as well. Debbie O'Neill, what's going on? Wanda Thompson is in Georgia. All is well that ends well. Yeah, the weather's nice over here. I've just been so busy. I feel bad when I don't upload videos. I have videos. I interviewed Angela last weekend. I just haven't had time to upload her videos. I interviewed Migs last weekend. I have videos. I just haven't been able. I haven't had time to upload them because I go to work and then I'm work all day, and I get home. I'm exhausted, like tired, mentally drained because so much work, 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 work. But hopefully next week is not a bad week. It's for work. So Sharon R is in South Florida. What's going on, Sharon? How are you? Verge. What's going on, Verge? Where have you been hiding? You know what? I never hide actually. I've just been working. I've been working a lot tremendously. So I'm a salaried worker, so I don't get paid by the hour. So uh, they say that salaried workers work more than 40 hours. They squeeze the life out of you. Woo! Brown boy, all the way in San Diego. What's going on, Brown boy? How are you? Stormy Connor, hello, good to see you. Thank you for being here, Stormy Connor. I appreciate you. Cat lover, meow. What's happening? George Foreman passed away. No, that's like really sad, man. Like Gene Hackman, I've seen most of his movies. George Foreman, I used to watch him box when he came out of retirement in his 40s, like the second half of his career, because he's really started boxing in the late 60s, 70s, when he fought Muhammad Ali in Zaire, Africa, the Rumble in the Jungle, rope a dope. Ali got him so tired that he was able to knock him out towards the end. But Muhammad Ali paid a big price because towards the end of his life, he's all because George Foreman hit hard. So anyways, man, my condolences for the passing of George Foreman. It's just really sad, like the people that you grew up watching start passing away. It's sad, sad, sad. Nancy and Terry Whitmore headed to bed soon, 11:15 p.m. in Maine. Thank you for spending time with us, Nancy and Terry Whitmore. You are awesome. Appreciate you. Sandra Brown in Australia. What's going on, Sandra? How are you? Are you in Queensland, Auckland, Perth, Sydney, Tasmania? Damn, name them all. Holy jeez, I'm getting good. Might as well get Australian citizenship. Alicia Manger says, Calendar is the little city. Ontario is my province, and Canada is my country. Just saying. So Calendar is a city. Ontario is like the state. Province is like a state, I guess. In Canada, that's awesome. Cool. 40 million people in your country. I think California has 40 million people, but Megan says, I sleep 3 hours at night, about two during the day in between my jobs, but I do have off Friday. Friday is when I get everything that I need to get done. It's not easy, but I have to. Megan Mead, that is awesome, Megan. You are keep working hard, and I really hope you have goals and aspirations as far as why you're working so much. But yeah, when I was younger, I had two jobs as well. So right, we're not working because we love it. We're working because we need to. We have goals and aspirations, and that's why we need to work. So, great job, Megan. I hope you reach all your goals very soon, and you can hang out with us here more often. Cindy Patnode says it has literally rained cats and dogs all day, and it's cold too. Darn it, I cannot relate. Ambi La Jugo Zeta. What's going on, Ambi, the juicy one from Australia? What's happening? How are you? Blue Kitty Maya? Ma? I'm so annoyed that dude is trying to make Angela think you don't care about her when it seems. Pray for mentally ill people um, that play mental games with other mentally ill people, right? So really sad, but always keep in mind the more you watch stuff like that, you're giving it's support, even though you think you're not. So, Rosie 209, good evening. Hello, how are you? Dora Kate S, how are you? Razy Raven says life takes over. Absolutely. Cherie Brissett. Yes, we do a good job of trying to help her out as best as possible. Tilly May, what's going on? Thank you, Tilly May. I appreciate you. Charmaine Machon, what is going on? Hello. Crystalina, God bless you. How are you, Crystalina? What's happening in Southern California? Christina C says, take out your George Foreman grills and make a steak to honor his memory. You know what? I never had a George Foreman grill, but I remember the commercials back in late 90s, 2000s. What a trip, man. Kathy Sterling, what's happening? How are you? Vaughn, hello. Hello. Bad Sport for Life, what's going on? Japanese Ninja, thank you for checking in. I appreciate you, Japanese Ninja. Alicia Delgado and Yuma, what's going on, Alicia Delgado? Thanks for checking in. I appreciate you. Pam Conrad, hello. Brianna Caldwell says, everyone dig that George Foreman grill out that cabinet. Absolutely. Carrie Y is in Adelaide, Australia, right? That's a really cool name, Adelaide, for some reason. That's like I've heard that name when I'm watching like Westerns, Adelaide, like Little House on the Prairie has those type of names. Laura, none of your business. We've had devastating fires here in Oklahoma. Several friends lost their homes. Please pray for them. Many prayers for the people in Oklahoma that are losing their home. Like fires, like what, forest fires? What type of fires are we talking about? Like, damn, that's crazy. Nina is in Ohio. You're a Buckeye. What's going on, Nina? How are you? Thanks for checking in. Debbie O'Neill says that basketball player did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Lou Alcindor. Danny, what's going on, Danny? How have you been? Where are you? Hello. Ambi Lajugo, I'm doing really good. I've been super busy, but I'm not busy right now. I've been so busy. So check this out. So yesterday I had a busy day, real busy. I got home, I ate, I brushed the tooth, put on my pajamas, and went to sleep. Crashed out. I was gone. I was out. Caroline Tree says you'll soon be saying Aussie, Aussie, Aussies. Oi, 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 Aussies, oi, oi. Why do they do that? What do you guys do? Is it hurt? Is it like painful being in Australia? Oi. Good day, mate. Oi. Can I have your number? Oi. Are you single? Oi. Can I bite your burger? Oi. Shan Ni. Hey, Art, the Mexican Paddington Bear. I've been called worse. Shan Ni. The Mexican Paddington Bear. Alicia Mangar says, yes, a province is like a state in USA, but much more larger. Ontario is the most populated province in Canada. I watching TV and George Foreman only 76-year young. Absolutely. Yeah, that's sad. Pam Conrad is in Iona, Michigan. Is that in the UP, the Upper Peninsula, or the Lower Peninsula, or the Middle Peninsula, or what's going on there? Lori Ann, no notifications, so I'm way late. Hope you all had a great weekend. Isn't that weird? I think most people got notifications, but you didn't. Sucks. It's just an Aussie chant. Oi. Really? It's like a chant. Oi is just chanting. Oi. Damn. Verge, when can we see your puppies or at least one of them? So right now my puppies are knocked out, so I'm not gonna wake them up because it's bad news. I gotta deal with five hyper puppies. Kang and Jody, don't forget we're live. Victoria, home of Aussies rules football. Go Geelong, go Cats. Now Auckland is in New Zealand. Oh yeah, Auckland. Yeah, Auckland is New Zealand. Yeah, I was wrong. I apologize. Oi, Blue Kitty Mia. Blue Kitty Mia. Angela would be so happy to go to the zoo with you again. I'm sure she would. Yeah, maybe we could arrange that soon. Charmaine Machon, like your shirt. I like my shirt too. Back to the Future. It's a really cool. I'm a Back to the Future guy, right? So this movie was made in 1984, came out in 1985. I was what, 10ish, 11ish, right? So that's right up my alley, actually. Oi, oi. The tropic, the tropic crazed. Hello from the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. Are you anywhere near uh Tupelo? I only know about Tupelo because that's where Elvis was born, in Tupelo, Mississippi. I know Biloxi. I've never been there, but Biloxi because Biloxi Blues, the movie, right? It's a really good movie. So you guys need to watch it. Check it out. Danny is barely awake. Why? What's going on, Danny? You okay? Were you drinking? Cherie Brissett says way down near London. Very cool. Ramon Martinez says 10 sons, all named George. So he really had 10 sons named George. I didn't know. I mean, I heard that rumor, but I didn't know if it was like a fact. Can you imagine? George number one, George number two, George number three. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, so ACDC is from Australia. They have a song. I've heard them. They're singing and they're oi, oi, oi. They're chanting. I thought he was in the restroom, a little constipation or whatnot, but apparently that's like a national tradition over there. Oh, it's all making sense now, right? I thought it was just ACDC, the front man. What's that little dude's name? Brian Johnson is the replacement, but I can't remember the first dude's name, right? From Australia, right? Oi, 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 right? So holding onto the wall, oi, in the restroom stall, just holding on. Shit, I woke him up. Oi. Pam Conrad is 34 minutes away from Grand Rapids. Very Bon Scott, yes. Bon Scott, the original ACDC dude, and then Brian Johnson was the second dude, which flawed. I mean, I love ACDC. I love those guys. I love ACDC. I say oi, oi, oi really good. I know lots of Australian cities. I was in the US Navy and I heard that Australian women love US Navy men. So, do I qualify for Australian citizenship or what's going on? Brianni says Axl Rose has been singing with them. Really? I didn't know that. Alicia Magger says Americans say huh, no difference. Can then say a. New thing in Canada is elbows up. In America, it's elbows down, elbows face and elbows down, and your knees up is what is like. That's an American thing, I think. Pamela Maltese, are you like Michael Jackson? Remember the time? Do you remember that one when we first met? That one. I saw AC/DC at the mall when they first started. Damn, that was back in the late 60s, early 70s, right? That's awesome. You have some history with them. That's really cool. Charmaine Machon, hey, I'm on your behind you. I'm 47. You're young. You're a young pup. Oi, oi, oi. What is your spirit animal? Will you consider a chinchilla? You know what? I've never met a chinchilla, never seen a chinchilla. I've heard the name chinchilla, but I really don't know what it is. Spirit animal, I don't know. I'm not into, spirits or I don't know. Dogs, maybe. Hell, I don't. I really don't know. I have 5 dogs, so I think my spirit is leaning towards dog. Ya Vai, hello from Jacksonville, Florida. I can't wait to watch your new video. When are you going to upload the new video? I'm not sure. Ya Vai, I'm not sure actually. Hopefully soon. Ramon Martinez, if you enjoy rock, check out a band called The Warning. It's 3 sisters from Monterrey, Mexico. Rock isn't dead. I'm gonna have to check them out. Let me see. The Warning. The Warning. So there was do you guys remember Heart back in the 80s? Heart, they were a really good rock band, all women. The Warning. Let me see. Thank you for The Warning. The Warning Band. The Warning. Here is The Warning Band. I can get into The Warning Band. I wouldn't struggle getting into The Warning Band. So that's The Warning Band. I probably wouldn't struggle getting into The Warning Band. Like I would probably appreciate The Warning Band. Oi, oi, oi. Yep. I'm sure they're talented. I'm sure they're. I have to check them out. I'm gonna have to check them out. Thank you for letting me know, Ramon. Appreciate you. Heart was amazing. Yes, Barracuda. Dun, 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 dun. Chin chillers. Darlene, Lisa, I'm doing super good. Thank you. I'm doing good for a Friday. U of A won. I was watching them earlier. The March Madness. I was watching them earlier. I didn't have a super busy day today, but it was still busy. And I got one of these suckers right here. So hopefully I get to sleep early tonight. Bev S, what is going on, Bev? How have you been? Where have you been, Bev S? Hopefully everything's going good for you. Thanks for checking in. Danny says, have you heard Ann singing with the dude from Ann Wilson? I haven't. No, what dude? Darlene Lisa, I saw her last weekend. Darlene. Bev S says, I'm currently in Guatemala City. Really? Damn. What happened, Bev S? Like you can come back, right? You can come back, or are you like on vacation, visiting family? What's going on in Guatemala City? I'm glad you can come back, Bev S. I was about to go bring you back. Let's go bring Bev S back. Ann Wilson singing with the guy from Disturbed. Is that like a band? Because I know a lot of guys that are disturbed mentally. So Ambi, the Jugozita, love Disturbed, Danny, but I haven't heard that. I don't know who Ann Wilson even is. Ann Wilson was a singer of Heart, right? The Wilson sisters, right? Ann Wilson and some others. Wilson. Barracuda. Dun, 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 dun. Charmaine Machon says, I've been drinking way too many Red Bulls lately and I'm like wired. Y'all wired? Alicia Mangar, heart is the bomba. Ann Wilson fought cancer, then broke her arm and still got on stage in a wheelchair and sang. Damn, that's a tough woman right there. Cancer, broke her arm, and still got on stage in a wheelchair. That's amazing. Danny says it's an awesome duet, two powerhouse voices. I need to check it out. Priscilla, that song is so good. Jennifer Lab Mama likes dogs and butterflies. Yes. You guys ready for the weekend? Anybody having doing anything fun? And anybody going anywhere? Anybody drinking any Bush Light, heavy Bush, light Bush? Anybody watching any cool movies? Loretta Galvan, what is going on, Loretta? How are you? Jules says Heart is my favorite group since 1977 when I was 3 years old. Jules, that's awesome. Yeah, Heart. Yeah, the Wilson sisters, right? Ann Wilson. I can't remember the other lady, but it seems like the 70s were the year of women in rock. Joan Jett, um, Hart, Stevie Nicks, uh, Linda Ronstadt. I'm missing probably a couple other female like women that were in rock in the 70s, right? That's awesome. Like, where are they now? Where's the women rockers now? You know, so weird. What happened? Lita Ford, Emmy Lou, Anna Nancy Wilson, yes. Priscilla says Santa Fe Springs swap meet in California to see a Metallica tribute band. That's awesome. That's so cool. I love tribute bands. That is really awesome. Like Led Zeppelin has all kinds of tribute bands. Like basically just sing their songs. Basically, sometimes they dress like them, which is a little funky, but God bless them. They mean well. La Lover says, going to watch my grandson's baseball game tomorrow. He's 6. That's awesome, La Lover. La Lover. She's gonna love tomorrow's baseball game. That's awesome. I hope he wins. Hope he has funds. He has funds. And he at that age, you don't even want it's not a winning or losing. It's hopefully he finds passion in a sport, right? That it takes him into adulthood, you know. So that's awesome. Really cool. Really cool. Cindy Patnode working at the varsity baseball concession stand tomorrow. Go Pirates. Go Pirates. R oi. Oi. So here's my version of an Australian pirate. Oi. Oi. Little patch. Oi. Oi. Blondie. Is she considered rock? Blondie to me seems like a disco-ish. Blondie seems disco-ish to me. Not really rock, you know? So, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Shan Nee, have you ever listened to Amy and the Sniffers? Amy is the new Iggy Pop. No, I don't. I've never heard of Amy or the Sniffers, but I really did know a girl named Amy in high school, and she wanted to date me because she said the way she liked the way I smell. So does she qualify as a sniffer? because she was kind of sniffing me out. So maybe it's that Amy. Ask her if she ever went to, uh, ask her if she's from Phoenix, hell. Amy the Sniffer might have grown up and made like a band, you know? Amy La Sniffer. Oi, oi. Amy La Pirate Sniffer from Australia. Oi, oi. Shit. La Lover loved disco nightclubs. Tell us a story, La Lover, from your disco nights. What was it? Were you looking for a like a John Travolta type, or like a dude that could dance, that could shake it? Like, what were you looking for? La Lover, since you're La Lover, right? And then in the 70s, disco night, La Tastical is here. Holy shit. La Tastical is here. Dang. She has arrived. With or without Denise Donnelly, La Tastical has arrived. Oh, it's not Amy. I thought it was Amy, but it's Amel. Is Amel a dude or a girl? Amel. Amel? Amel? It looks like Amy. It looks like Amy L. My three rosebuds, what's going on? Hello, how are you? LA La Lover. I wasn't looking for love. I was married. Just love to dance. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in all the ugly faces. Started sniffing with some girl named Amy. Charmaine Machon, thank you. I'm gonna let my mom know. Ramon Martinez, pheromone. Pheromone. Amy is a woman. Nowadays, man, you don't know nowadays. La Lover was married at 16. Really? That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Cora Schooner, high art. That's how I was attracted to my husband, was his smell. Cora, I pray to God that he smelled good, right? Was he smelling good, or just you just liked the man odor, like the man sweat, the man, I don't know how to say it. Like, because I think different, like, people have their own little scent, right? Sometimes it's funky, sometimes it's mildewy, sometimes it's athletic, sometimes it's like a book. You guys ever open a book and there's people that smell like that? Right? There's people that smell like mothballs. Um, I smell like cologne, man. I don't even think I have an odor. I always use different types. I think I have like 50 bottles of different type of colognes. So I'm always smelling like cologne, right? So La Lover likes men that smell like whiskey. That's awesome. Danny says men have their own musty, crusty smell. Damn. La Lover says, I sure was, girl, spandex and all. Carrie White was married at 18. That's awesome. Ambi, the Jugozita, loves Australian juice. Puchicano, what's going on? How are you, man? What's happening? Hello, hello. Shani says her name is Amy Taylor from Amel and the Sniffers. That's a crazy ass name right there. Amel and the Sniffers. That's awesome. That's kind of cool, actually. I'll never forget that. There's actually a band called Amy and the Sniffers. Love it. Cora Schooner says he was a very clean guy, but also liked to work on cars and was a welder. Nice. Yeah, I've heard women say that before. I want my man to smell like a weld job. I want to get welded. I want my husband to walk through those doors and weld me. Zzz. Oi, oi, I'm gonna weld you, oi. Oh shit, you guys are bad tonight. What the heck? Bunch of sniffers. La sniffers. La tastical. What if it was Amy, La tastical, and sniffers? So there's a band in California called in California called Jennifer La Tastical Sniffers. Oh shit. Cora Schooner. He was a stick welder. Cora, I'm not judging you. I'm not sure what he was sticking, what he was welding. God bless you and your hey, whatever it takes, Cora. I'm sure you guys had a great marriage. Sticking, welding, you call it whatever you want. God bless you, Cora. That's awesome, man. That's great. Hey, I have 50 bottles of cologne that I use, man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it works. Stick welding works, sticking, welding. Hey, whatever it takes, Cora. So Jesse Trent, what's going on? Hello. Hello. Brianni says, I love when a guy can wear cool water and smell good. Man, cool water cologne. Holy crap. that was a long time ago. I remember wearing that. I think I was in high school. Dracar and cool water cologne. Do you guys remember that Dracar, that black bottle Dracar? I used to wear the crap out of it. But I was a kid, right? So God, I graduated to other. Jules likes men that smell like mothballs, right? Don't forget the moth, right, Jules? Don't forget the moth. Charmaine Machon, I'm info, R&B, and rap. Hey, you be info, anything you want, Charmaine Machon. Ambi, the Jugo of the Zeta came prepared. My Three Rosebuds likes polo. Mary Baldrica, don't spray in your face. You know what I tend to do? I'll like spray up and I can let it land on me kind of gently, just land on me gently instead of like, pss, pss. I don't like the techniques that some people, do all up in the face, all up in the nostrils. And, you know, I'm like, Ashley, why you need perfume on your eyeballs? I don't get it in my eyeballs. I close my eyes. Shit. Poor thing. Poor thing. Leora Sommer remembers Drakkar. That's how Leora's husband won her heart with Drakkar. Anybody remember Obsession? Anybody remember that cologne Obsession? I have a bottle of Obsession. I haven't used it, no lie, in 10 years, but I still have it because cologne lasts forever. Like it doesn't have an expiration date. Sheila Morati, otherwise partying and ACDC is one of my partying friends with tequila. Damn. That's what you need at a party, right? You need Sheila, you need ACDC, and you need tequila. Those three things are key ingredients to having a great time, right? So don't forget your Sheila, don't forget your ACD, and don't forget your tequila. Raymond Pulido, what's going on? How are you? Cora Schooner, I'm an old-fashioned woman. I love Old Spice. I think I smelled Old Spice one time, and it's like, to me personally, it's too strong. So here's the thing about me is I personally don't like. So there's two type of colognes. There's like strong cologne. Like if the bottle is black or dark, that's a strong cologne that I probably wouldn't wear. I tend to like because it's just too strong. Like my sniffing ability is like on a high level, right? So I could smell like funky stuff from a mile away, right? So when I buy colognes, it's like summer, summer fragrance. kind of softer, sweeter. Does that make sense? I'm not into the winter, dark, heavy. Yeah. So, anyways, Shan, what's going on, Shan. La Tastical says your boyfriend used to wear your boyfriend used to wear your baby daddy. Robert Tobar, do you like groove metal bands like Slipknot? Um, you know what? I've heard of them, but I'm not. I would say probably not. I'm like, what do you consider Metallica? So I consider Metallica classic rock, kind of like towards the end of classic rock, right? But Slipknot is after Metallica, right? I think. Um, Slipknot reminds me of like Corn and Pantera. Am I right? So Charmaine Machon says there was a guy at my work. He wore way too much cologne. You could smell it like down the whole end. What? The end of what? What are you talking about? She retracted. Never mind. You couldn't smell it the whole end. She retracted. Maria Carrera Pierre Cardin cologne. See, I can't do Old Spice. Can't do Pierre Cardin. I can't do There's a black bottle, blue something. Yeah, I can't do blue. It's too strong. Charmaine Machon says some guys wear too much cologne is just not attractive. Hey, what are they hiding? What funk are they hiding? Are they welders? Are they pirates? Are they Australian? Oi, oi, oi. So gotta be careful, ladies. Axe is nasty. Yeah, I've never used Axe ever in my life. Alex Sanchez, what is going on? How are you? Ambi, the Jugo Zeta says, I want that cologne all up in my nostrils. Okay. Okay. People watcher, what is going on? Paul Sebastian, PS Ziz, very fresh smell. I'm gonna have to try it, people watcher. I'm gonna have to try it because gotta be strong. But so the cologne I've been using for the past, I don't know, 6 months is the little red bottle. What is the name of it? It's really good. I love it. It's cause soft. It's not overly powerful. It won't kill your nostrils. It won't it won't bring back your eyesight if you're a pirate, right? It won't prevent you from saying oi, oi, oi if you're Australian, right? Um it won't melt your welding stick, right? If you're a welder, right? But I forgot the name of it. It's kind of hard to pronounce, and I think it's French. So, Charmaine Machon, do you like Gucci or Hugo? I have Gucci, but yeah, that one. Baccarat Rouge 540. The little red bottle smells so good. So good. Tom Ford, I can't remember the name, but it smells like tobacco, vanilla, and leather. Oh my God, it smells so good. Brioni, Tom Ford, tobacco, vanilla, and leather. Dang, what a mix, huh? Interesting. People watcher, also Jupe. Those are my two favorite. I'm very sensitive. Jupe. Oh man, I haven't used Jupe in like 20 years. Jupe is that little bottle, right? Kind of like, yeah, I remember using Jupe a long time ago. That's awesome. That's hard to pronounce. For me, Baccarat Rouge, yeah. I've never heard of Baccarat, never heard of Rouge. Yeah, so it's hard for me to pronounce it, to remember it, to be honest. Jimmy Choo is nice. If Jimmy was from Los Angeles, he'd be Jimmy Cholo, but Jimmy Choo is nice. Irene Eladio. What's going on, Irene? How are you? Ambi, the Jugo Zeta says, my daily perfume is Paco Rabanne, Olympia. It's so good. Salty vanilla. That's awesome. Alex Sanchez, my night is going really good. Just doing Dutch with all these lovely people talking about colognes and sniffing and Amy sniffing and Lupa Spencer. Her favorite is Obsession. I haven't, gosh, I have that bottle and I've had it for about 20 years. Obsession. I just haven't used it in a long time. What a trip. Rebecca Reynolds says she likes traveling to a country that smells good. Me too. I hate going to a country and it's funky, right? So if I go to your country and it's funky, I probably won't be back to your country. My three rosebuds. What about eternity? There's different types of eternities. I like the soft eternity, like I don't know which one it is, but there's like different types of eternities. Christina says, Maison Francais Courgion is the one who makes Baccarat Rouge. Daniel Williams says, I was actually about to say what Charmaine, if someone walks out of the office and I could smell you 15 minutes later, they have too much on. That's crazy. Lupa Spencer says, France smells funky. I've never been to France. I have been to Spain, and I can tell you from experience, Spain smells really good. So go to Spain. I bet you like Armani. Which one's Armani? Do I have Armani? I don't know if I have Armani. Rebecca Reynolds likes Wild Country Cologne. I've never heard of Wild Country Cologne, but I'm at the sniff it. Gloria Steen, how's Angela doing? I haven't seen her since last week. Hopefully she's doing good. Suzette Hater. I haven't seen her since last weekend, but hopefully she's doing good. Suzette Hater. Hater. Charmaine Machon, I like Ariana Grande's perfumes. Cool. Lupe Spencer says in France, they don't use deodorant. Is that true? Is that true that the women use deodorant? So is it still a thing for women from Europe to not shave their the under the arms and stuff? Is that still like a thing? Right? I don't know how I feel about that, man. But yeah, God bless them. You know, nothing wrong with that. You just different countries like have different customs, different, just different. They do different things. So God bless you. They don't shave the under the arm bush, huh? Wow, that's cool. Charmaine Machon, do you ever buy lotion at Bath and Body Works? They have men's lotion. It smells way good. No, when it comes to lotions, I just use what I use Nivea. Yeah. Women don't shave in France. Really interesting. I wonder why. Why do you guys think that is? Is this just like a cultural thing? Like they like hair, they like bush, they like hair, like it's no big deal. Hmm. Danny says, all I smell is chemicals from anything at Bath and Body Works. Kanga Jody, oi, is Aussie slang for hey. Excuse me. Usually yelled out to someone's attention. Oi, oi, oi. Like that. Okay. So like here in America, we would say, hey, 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 hey. But in Australia, oi, can I smell your perfume? Oi, oi. That's funny. Christina doesn't like cheap, flowery chemicals. Daniel Williams says, my sister gave me some perfumes and loved it, and now I can't find it. Darn it. Charmaine Machon, what are men fighting with all that cologne? Do they have stinky bottom? Shit. We're gonna have to get Amy and the sniffers to go answer that question, Charmaine Machon. Don't be retracting. Don't be retracting. Tina O. Tina Ortiz from Burke, Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's going on, Tina? Tina, in Albuquerque, what do women in Albuquerque like the men to wear? Like as far as like cologne, like what do the Albuquerque sniffers like to sniff on dudes? Like what would you say? Luigi Abellino, what's going on? Hello. Mary Sunflower. French women's body hair removal practices are diverse and depend on individual preferences, not a cultural mandate. Got it. Okay. Jenny Wilson likes aqua velvet. Aqua Aqua Velvet would traumatize me because it reminds me of Aqua Net. Like I want to tell a difference, right? Because I'm from the era when women used to use a can of Aqua Net back in the freaking 80s to it was like the Viagra for hair, right? Like if you wanted your hair like to be up here, you would have like a like a big old can of freaking Aqua Net. So I would confuse if me, I would confuse Aquanet with Aqua Velva because it's kind of traumatizing, So that's just me though. It's not a cultural thing. It's like France with hair, bushy armpits for women. It's not a cultural thing. It's just a me thing. So Megan Mead collects perfume. I have over 100 bottles. Really, Megan? Wow, that's really cool. You beat me. I thought I was a lot with 50, but you beat me at 100. Megan smells really good. Her 3 jobs. All right, Megan smells really good. Johnny Depp has cologne. I didn't know that. I haven't seen it yet. Danny says, I don't like men who smell like outdoorsy, like a pine tree. Danny doesn't like men that smell like pine trees. Brianni says, I like Viva La Juicy Rose. Hey, your rose could be juicy. It could Viva forever. You, Brianni, God bless you, man. Hey, in France, the women, they like the armpits to be bushy. Nothing wrong with that, right? So your little rose is juicy. Nothing wrong with that, Brianni. God bless you. 80s baby for life. I love Gap Pink. Damn, I hope that's the name of a per. Is there really a perfume named Gap Pink? That just sounds a little funny, but I'm not gonna talk about that because that sounds funny. I love Gap Pink. 80s baby for life. Are you a guy or a girl? Because that's something a guy would say. I love Gap Pink. I think I've heard guys say that actually, but that's just me. That's just me, right? It's not a cultural thing. It's just I've heard that. So Trisha Searle says many Europeans don't shave. We do in the UK though. Trisha Searle is in the UK. Trisha Searle can raise her hand because she's sure that she doesn't have underarm bush. Is that what you're saying, Trisha? You're like certifying for us right now that you're certain that you can and nothing's popping out. Little buckwheat, little boo. Oh shit. Rhonda Alarian, what is going on? Hello. Maria Carrera says Aquanet. So at the disco back in '77, a guy walking with a lit cigarette rubbed or got too close to a girl with long hair and then went up in flames. Damn, that's scary. Maria Carrera, Aquanet. So at the disco back in the '77, a guy walking with a lit cigarette rubbed or got too close to a girl. He's probably trying to sniff, right? And boom, her hair went up. That's crazy. I believe that because when I was in school, girls, I'm not lying to you, like they used to have this crazy hairdo. They go to school like, God, like a girl in front of me, like I couldn't see the teacher. I had to go like this to see the teacher because she had this long freaking wall, right? Like a little immigration wall in the sixth grade, right? This girl, long, big old, so I don't know, man. Quinn McCallum Bega, all the way in Hawaii. What's going on, Quinn? Thank you for checking in from beautiful Hawaii. Ambi likes to be stroked differently, but not from different folks, is what Ambi La Jugosita, the juicy one from Australia. La Quinta B, what is going on? Hello. Samantha Dykstra, that happened in the 80s on one of our school buses. A girl sprayed her bangs. Damn, that's scary. People Watcher says she could raise her arm proudly. Do you guys remember that commercial? There's that raise your hand if you're sure. Do you remember? If you're confident that you're not gonna smell funky because you got Sure deodorant. Do you guys remember that back in the 80s? I remember that. Raise your hand if you're sure. Woo! Jennifer Lab Mama. Savage by Dior is Johnny Depp cologne. Really? I didn't know that. Savage? Savage? Cynthia Romero. What's going on, Cynthia? How are you? How's your week? How's your Friday going? Cora Schooner likes welders, but she doesn't like beards in her armpits. Can you imagine? You're on a date, you go out, and then like you're at dinner, right? With your like your let's say a date, right? Like a blind date, or just let's say a date, right? And the girl is wearing a tank top, right? And then she calls the attention of the waiter. Hey, waiter, excuse me. And this big old freaking little tarantula pops out. You know, and you're like, what do you do? Like, what do you do as a man? What do you do? Any guys in here? Can you guys, what would you do? Like, do you? Damn, I didn't know she was European. Like, I didn't know she was from freaking France. So I got a you text your friend, hey dude, call me right now. Call me, okay? Call me so I can get out of here. I'm gonna say, hey, my mom, emergency, I gotta go. That'd be crazy. Jesse Trent says, if you got an arm under a bush under your arm, just spray it with Aquanet. It'll wilt. Elizabeth Junie's mom, what's going on? How are you, Elizabeth? Kanga Jody, what do you think about men shaving their armpits? I once went out with a guy who did this. I thought it was weird. Um, I've never seen it. I've never known guys that like shave their armpits. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but God bless them. Maybe some people don't like hair. I'm not sure. I, you know, I got bush under the arms, like so. I'm not one of those dudes. Charmaine Machon uses Paul Mitchell. Cynthia Romero, I'm great. Just did a 7-hour drive to Sacktown. Really? You drove 7 hours? That sucks. I bet your butt is tired, huh? Like, don't you get tired of driving? Like, I hate driving for like an hour. That's too much for me. I get like anxiety, like, oh my God, I've been driving too much. I want to walk around, like stand up. So I have to shift a lot. I shift. I like shift, like, from nalga to nalga, left, right, because I'm like all antsy and 7 hours. Shoot, we better bring a bottle of Aquanet and have some fun with that sucker. La Quinta B, as long as the man isn't musty or crusty, or busty, she will feel lusty. Oh shit. Hey, as long as I make myself laugh, right? So as long as I make myself laugh. Ocean Star says swimmers shave too. I've seen that. Like I've seen the Olympics and like swimmers, like these dudes have no hair. Like they shave their eyebrows because they something about they don't want any resistance. They want to be like oil in the freaking water, right? And so any fur is gonna ruin that. So hey, whatever, man. Elizabeth Junie's mom, Art. Oh wait, no. I dare you, Art, to wax your chest. No, I'm not taking that dare. No wax from here down to the toe. Zero wax. No wax doesn't belong on me. I'm not a paper. I'm not a letter. I'm not ear. No wax. Right. So I'm waxless. Shani, watch the. Man, I'm not even gonna say that word because that's funky. I know that's funky right there. So God bless you. How do you know about that, Shani? Let's be honest, Shani. How do you know about that, Shani? Madi, what's going on, Madi? How are you? Have you been? La Tastical likes Kelly Clarkson. Quinn McCallum Bega. I know some bodybuilders shave their legs and armpits. Elizabeth Junie Mom said, got a point. I win. Out me. Daniel Williams says, it's funny because I still use rave because I don't like flyaways. I don't I don't like fly always. That's cool. Shani, so what talk to me like has anybody ever had any experience with that? What Shani said? Smegma. That's a funky word, and it's funky what it is. So that's crazy. The things we talk about, we're like doctors here, huh? Have you guys noticed that? We're like a gynecologist. We're like a biologist. We're like hair removers, welders, pirates, Australians. We're a bunch of oys, oys, oys. Well, pretty cool. We're diverse. There's a lot of diversity in here, right? A lot of hair, wax, no hair, smeg. Throw some smegma in there. We're all over the place. Dogs are going nuts. Burberry for men smells so good. I think I smelled it once. I liked it. Elizabeth said, "Hey Art, besides talking about wax, did you have a good day today? Did you and your family have a good day? Good simple. I had a good day. Yes, busy week for sure. For sure. Samantha Dykstra, rave was a dance hairdo torture device. Pamela Maltese, have a good night. Get some rest. Make sure you brush the tooth, and we'll see you soon. Pamela, thank you for being here. Danielle Williams is going to try. Rebecca Reynolds, have a good night. Get some rest. Make sure you brush the tooth. We'll see you very soon, okay? Huh? So, a lover says episiotomies. Episiotomies. It's like when your boyfriend named Tommy he gets you mad. Episiotomies. Elizabeth Jr. George Foreman died today. Yeah, I heard that. Somebody mentioned that earlier. Prayers for his family. 70, what, 76 or something? Sad, man. Chica and Chico. Hey, Cuddy, any updates on Celeste? I saw Celeste 2 weeks ago. I saw her 2 weeks ago, but I didn't interview her because there's some times when Celeste, like, so for example, like I saw So I saw Celeste 2 weeks ago, and I saw Tracy 2 weeks ago, but they were so gone, like mentally just gone, and probably high as a kite. So those two mixed, I just couldn't talk to them. Like I, they weren't listening to me. They weren't coherent. They weren't making any sense. They couldn't stand still. So, but they're alive still, both of them, Tracy and Celeste. So God bless them. Alexandra Pineda says the most I drive is 3 hours. Yeah. Appease atomies. I'm scared to ask what that is. Kanga Jody, now you've woken up the kids up. The five furry little suckers, man. Five. I'm not tired. Are you tired? Madi is not tired. Virginia is very tired. You had a busy week, busy day, Virginia. What'd you do? Mary Baldrica episode. We were talking about it last week. Is it that girl stuff? La Lover is in bed. That's cool. That's a really good place to be on a Friday night at 9:22 p.m. Arizona time. Lupe Spencer, I'm drinking iced uh iced what's it called? Iced Vampire Slayer Rebel with sweet cream. So it's really a red drink, but the cream makes it pinkish. But I like it. Perry Ocho, what is going on? How was your day, Perry? Thanks for checking in. I appreciate you. Charmaine Machon. I actually like when guys shave their chest. I know a guy that shaves his chest and looks nice. Alicia Delgado, Art, have you ever heard from Jesus? Jesus, like the guy that I interviewed, or are you talking about our Lord and Savior? If you're talking about Jesus, the guy I've interviewed, I haven't heard from him in a while, but his mom reached out to me, sent me a message to telling me that I should be on the lookout for him because he's back out on the streets, unfortunately. So many prayers for Jesus. Jill Spausta, how are you? What's going on, Jill? Where have you been? People watcher, I'm getting there. It's about 12:30 a.m. here, also in bed. Little people watcher, are you like this, like laying in bed with your phone? Like, is it sideways? Are you like this? So I imagine some of you guys, like, especially when it's like late, you guys are just like, you guys just crash out. You wake up with the phone in your hand like at midnight or 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, right? People watcher likes her phone sideways. Charmaine does not shave her head or the eyebrows. Charmaine, nobody's gonna judge you. You shave whatever you want to shave, however you want to shave it. No big deal, Charmaine. People are still gonna love you. Steckerman, what's going on all the way in Philly? Hello, hello. Kang and Jody, 3:22 Saturday afternoon here in Melbourne, Australia. Very cool. Oi, oi, oi. Danielle Williams has me beat in the animal department. Alicia Delgado, sorry to hear it. Yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad when people get clean and they're healthy for a month, for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and then they fall back. Damn, you were winning for all that time. Now you got to go back and start over. So some people it takes, one time, two times, 10 times, 60 times. Sometimes people just never get there, unfortunately, right? So God bless them. Shani, can you do an armpit fart? Damn, you know what? I haven't done that since like elementary. I'm probably not gonna be bring it back in my 50s. I probably could if I was really determined, but I'm not gonna do it. Maria Carrera says, I shave nothing, but have nothing to shave in the armpits. Cool. I like how you guys are so open. Right? You guys just say everything, right? Somebody said, I love smegma, right? Somebody says, I love the sniffers. Somebody says, I shave nothing. Somebody said, I love pirates. Pirates that say, oi, oi, oi. I love those type of pirates. Somebody said, I love welders that weld, right? So God bless you guys, man. You guys are awesome. That's what I like about the Lost and Phoenix family. You guys see each other as family so much that boom, there is no too much information, right? Family, we're family. Family smells each other and farts on each other and all that stuff. So Chica and Chico loves Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future, so check that out. That's a cool shirt. I like this shirt. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted a DeLorean. I wanted a DeLorean. Stackerman has zero flatulence tonight, so Bev S does not like funky stuff in America or in Guatemala, right? Megan Mead says my dad was a Back to the Future man. That's awesome. Oh, fan. Yeah, me too. I'm a big time fan. Uh I love Back to the Future. I love that movie. Karate Kid, Back to the Future. Love it. Lupe Spencer loves bikers since I'm a biker myself. That's awesome, Lupe. You're a biker mama or a biker chick? Which one do you prefer, Lupe? Stackerman hated Back to the Future. Really? Wow. I've never heard that before. Dorsey, I haven't seen you interview Angela lately. Do you know how she is doing? I interviewed her last weekend. I've been really busy this week, but I'm sure she's doing okay because I just talked to Frank about 2 hours ago. So I'm sure she's doing relatively well, considering her circumstances. Thank you for inquiring, Dorsey. Lupa Spencer calls herself a biker grandma. That's awesome. Do it. Chica and Chico, do you have the original Mortal Kombat movies too? I do not. Finish him. Quinn McCallum Bega. That shirt is a classic. I just love this shirt. It's really cool. Cora Schooner, would you buy a Tesla? I would buy the Cybertruck. All black Cybertruck would be really cool. So I've already told you guys I'm an Elon Musk fan. I've been studying Elon Musk for 10 to 15 years. I know his whole story and uh he's just an intelligent dude. So yeah, I like Tesla. I've always liked Teslas. I think they're a little too expensive right now. Finish him. Charmaine Machon, I'm in bed too. I have to work in the morning. Boo hoo. Boo hoo. Puchicano says, I miss my Back to the Future 80s Toyota 4. Dude, you used to have one? Was it black as well or different colors? My uncle had a red one back in 97, but that would have to be an 85, which they were just different in 85, right? So, wow. Brianni, how's Frank doing? He's doing well, relatively well. So, yeah, he's alive. Finish him. Mari says, so Art, I've been trying to have more adult conversations, but it's hard when politics, religion, and sex are not in the subject is pretty boring. Okay, hold on. Let me read that again, Mari. So Art, I've been trying to have more adult conversations, but it's hard when politics, religion, sex are not in the subject. It's pretty boring. Oh, okay. Ambi la jugosita. La jugosita. Ambi la jugosita. So if you guys aren't bilingual Spanish, that means Amber, the juicy one from Australia. And then she goes, oi, oi. I use Elon as an example for my autistic son because he doesn't believe he can be successful when he grows up. But look at Elon go. Yeah, you're right. Lupe Spencer, not a bad biker, but biker that does a lot of charity runs. Yeah, so Lupe Spencer is a biker grandma, right? They said biker grandma, right? Because there's biker babes and biker mamas, but she's a biker grandma. So there's bad. So she's talking about bad bikers or be like Hell's Angels, right? Those guys, not so nice. But then you got bikers that they just like riding motorcycles and they do charity, right? They raise money for needy kids and stuff like that. So that's awesome. Lupa Spencer, appreciate you. So yeah, yeah. The Warning Band. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check them out. The Warning Band. George Foreman passed away at 76 years old. I'm a little bummed out. It seems like every week, I'm losing somebody from my childhood. So I remember George Foreman fighting back in the 90s. He was fighting. I remember in the second stint when he came back in his 40s, and that dude was winning, knocking people out in his 40s. That's crazy. 40s in boxing, it's like you're is really old. Like you shouldn't be like boxers retire before they get to 30, but boxers do fight into their 30s. But and back then it was just different back then compared to now. I know like Pacquiao fought in his 40s and this and that. I know all that, but it's just different because back in the 90s, it was just different. So anyways, so yeah. Chica and Chico, what late night snacks are you ordering tonight? No snacks because I'm drinking this bad boy right here. This is my snack. Steckerman, Foreman was slower, but man, he had a hard punch. He hit really hard, is what I heard. He never hit me, but yeah, he killed a couple kidneys. Ocean Star, who? Amber from Australia is dreaming about the juice from Joey. People Watcher says, I feel the same with Art, losing too many friends, family, and childhood heroes. It's the worst part of getting older. Yes. Yeah, Gene Hackman, right? 2, 3 weeks ago. George Foreman, uh, Robin Williams, right? A few years ago. Um, Speaking of Back to the Future, like Michael J. Fox not looking good, right? Because he suffers from is it Parkinson's. So yeah, he's not. He just doesn't look good, for his age. He looks really bad. He looks like he's deteriorating. Who else is deteriorating right before our eyes? The bald dude from freaking whatchamacallit. What's it? Oh my god. Bruce Willis. Yes, Bruce Willis is leaving us. That's sad, man. Clint Eastwood. That dude's like 90. How old is he? 95, 96? And he's like directing a movie and he's not looking good. So yeah. So sucks. Sean Connery, what, 2, 3 years ago, lost him. Man. Shani, would you ever be interested in doing some karaoke? Nah. Lisa England, I'm tired of big lumps of loss lately. Yeah, me too. Sandra Prayer, 12:33 a.m. in North Carolina. Only here for a minute to smash the like button and let you know I'm here for all the big fun. That's awesome, Sandra. Thank you for hanging out with us for a minute, even though it's way late in North Carolina. I appreciate you. Celine Dion, she passed away, or she's not looking good. Man. Lupus Spencer says, my sister-in-law has the same as Bruce, and she's only 65. AB is in Australia. AB, are you in Perth, Sydney, Queensland, Tasmania, or I'm forgetting it starts with the A. Charmaine Machon. Do you like Star Wars movies? So I only like the first three. But then the other, like, I've never watched the other stuff. The first three, just like The Godfather, the first three. And then everything else, like Rocky, the first three, and then everything else sucks. Chica and Chico, Muhammad Ali also suffered from Parkinson's. Muhammad Ali was the first famous person that I heard. That's how I first heard of Parkinson's, because of Muhammad Ali. I saw Muhammad Ali at the Los Angeles Marathon in 1988 in downtown LA. I saw him. He was this, I don't know, he was just there. And I saw him and he was frail and old and kind of shaking and didn't talk and he just didn't look good, right? I'm like, what the heck is wrong? That's not the Muhammad Ali I have seen on TV. So it turns out that he was suffering from Parkinson's. So I'm like, what is Parkinson's, right? Like, I don't, whatever he had, I don't want it, right? So yeah, stay away from Parkinson's, man. Ozzy Osbourne, doesn't he have a concert, like a final concert? Like, dude, you're like 80 years old, man. Like, your final concert was like 40 years ago, dude. So yeah, he's not looking good, not sounding. Do you remember the Osbournes, the show like 20 years ago? Like, he didn't look good back then. Gosh, dang it. Bruce Willis just turned 70. Wow. AB says Ozzy hasn't looked good for as long as he's been alive. If you want to look good in life, don't bite. What did he bite? Was it a pigeon or a bat? I heard so. So here's what he said. Here's a rumor, okay? I was a kid, right? And here's what I heard. Don't listen to his music. Don't listen to AC/DC or freaking Ozzy Osbourne's music, because he's a devil worshiper. Yeah. He bit into a bat. He ate a bat. That was a rumor as a kid, right? So then I heard him say, like, they asked him, they interviewed him like years later. Hey, dude, what is it true? There's a rumor that you ate a bat. And he said, nah. He said, no, that's not true. I'm not a devil worshiper. I don't eat bats. What happened was I was out on stage. I was drunk. I was high. Hell, I don't remember. But I saw somebody throw something, right, on stage. I looked at it. Oh, it's a toy. It's a toy animal, like a toy bird. So I picked it up and I bit its head off. He thought it was a toy bird, but it was really either a pigeon or I don't remember if he said pigeon or a bat. So isn't that crazy? Isn't that a crazy story? Like, dude, don't be putting that stuff here. What if crazy knucklehead would throw some underwear at you? You gonna bite that too? Oh, shit. Muhammad Ali has a whole new wing here in Phoenix at the St. Joseph Hospital for the illness he had. Yeah, it's a true story. Drugs are bad. Yeah, don't be biting. Linda Ronstadt has Parkinson's. Wow, I didn't know that. I've never heard that before. You know who looked really young? I saw a picture of her, Cher. She's like 70 years old, but she looks really good, right? So her boyfriend's like 30. What a trip. Cora Schooner is giggling and wants everybody else to move over. Red Rover. Lupe Spencer, my brother-in-law, lives with me and he has Parkinson's. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, Lupe. Briani says my dad has Parkinson's as well. I'm sorry to hear that. Cher is 78. Wow. Trinida, what's going on? How are you? Maria Carrera, only Tom Jones gets underwear thrown at him. Yeah. What is this Tom Jones? She's a lady. Oh, whoa, whoa, she's a lady. And then the panties start flying, right? He has to start dodging like panties, right? I remember I saw a video where he picked one up from the stage. He's like, who killed the cheetah? You're like, time out, time out, time out, time out. Who tried to kill me? Oh shit, it's funny. I crack my own self up. Ocean Star bit the head off a dove. That's so evil. Come on, Ozzy. That wasn't cool at all. Yeah. But who throws a bird onto the stage? A dove. Where the hell did they get a dove from? Can you imagine? Like you bite the head off and just there was three in bed and the little one said roll over. Was that Joey? AB says too many drugs. Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. Brianni says Parkinson's is devastating and watching anyone go through it is horrible. Yeah, many prayers for not only your father, Brianni, but also you and Lupa Spencer as well, because it's not just the person suffering through the Parkinson's, it's also the family, it's the caretakers, because they forget. They forget who you are. They forget the conversation you had 5 minutes ago or an hour ago or whatever. It's super sad. Chica and Chico, like when Drake had that enormous bra thrown at him on stage. Yeah, I haven't heard that one, but Caroline Therese had visitors. Quinn McCallum Bega. Cher has a 30-year-old. Yeah, he's 35. I mean, she's 78 and he's 30. And she looks really good for a 78-year-old. I'm sure it's all plastic surgery. I'm sure it's all makeup. I'm sure it's all, she's a multi-millionaire. So she's gonna, you know, procedures and all that stuff, right? But Willie Nelson is 95. Wow. 95. Damn. The thing about Willie Nelson is the way he looked in the 1980s when I first was introduced to Willie Nelson. Like he looks the same. Like every decade he looks the same, right? Like an old country dude with like two little ponytails, long ponytails right here, and like little part in the middle, right? He's always looked the same little voice. Interesting. Stephanie Cobb, all the way from Louisiana. What is going on, Stephanie? Thanks for checking in with us. I appreciate you. Steckerman Art Ozzy bit the head off a dove in the music producer's office. They were horrified. I'd be horrified. Mari says, being a caregiver is one of the hardest jobs, and especially when it comes to your family, hits different. God gives us strength. Absolutely. That's crazy. She's a lady. Oh, whoa, whoa, she's a lady. Boom. A bra smacks Tom Jones in the face. Boom. Some chonies smack him on the other side of the face. Screech one. What's going on? Hello. Hello. If Tom Jones, was on tour nowadays, right? He'd be singing that song. She's a late. Oh, whoa, she's a late. I thought she was a lady. Oh, whoa, whoa, I thought she was a lady. Is Tom Jones still around? Let me see if he's around, man. Tom Jones. Where are you, Tom Jones? Tom Jones. Damn, he's still around. 84 years old. 84 years old. Wow. Wow. Tom Jones remembers when audiences threw underwear and room keys at him. Sir Tom Jones, the knicker throwing started in the Copacabana in New York in 1968. So knickers is underwear in England, I think, right? Knickers. So they used to throw keys at him. Damn. I I don't know. I didn't know that one. Keys, huh? That's what I'm saying. Like, who's trying to kill Tom Jones? Who does anybody know who was trying to kill poor Tom Jones back in the 70s? How dare you try to kill Tom Jones on stage? How dare you? Jesus. Whose grandma tried to kill Tom Jones on stage? My goodness. That's a lot of life right there. That's a lot going on there. Like poor Tom Jones says, no, not tonight, dear. God, multiple. Holy crap, another one. Another one. God, can you imagine? I don't know, man. Hey, Tom Jones, I understand. I understand your dilemma. This is more reasonable. Like this is more reasonable right here. I just kind of cut off the faces, but that's more reasonable. Let's just cut off the faces, right? But that's more reasonable. That's like more reasonable right there, right? See, that's reasonable, right? That right there is not reasonable, right? That is not reasonable. But this right here, that's reasonable. You know, that can be handled. That right there, let's zoom into that. Nah, 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 nah. Holy shit. Poor Tom Jones. What the hell? Oh shit. The hell? If you ever see I love Lost in Phoenix, right? I love Lost in Phoenix. Yeah, we don't want to see that. Holy shit. Poor Tom Jones, man. Almost killed him, almost murdered the man. Poor guy. He's just trying to sing, you know? Leave him alone. That's hilarious. That's all the pot he smoked. Something. Looks like a parachute. That is funny. Leanne Rogers, what is going on? Hello. Charmaine Machon says, Chet, Madonna have so much plastic surgery, and Paris Hilton. Neil Diamond also quit touring. He also has Parkinson's. Really? God, man, that sucks. Caroline Therese, Knickers. Yeah. Lost in Phoenix Knickers. I love Lost in Phoenix. My face. My little pirate face. Oi, oi. A little patch. Oi, oi. Oh shit. Anyways, I'm out of here, gang. I'm tired of we're talking about Tom Jones. Bats being bit. I'm gonna give you guys some balloons. I'm gonna give you guys some fireworks. I'm gonna give you guys some confetti. About to laze you. Okay, me and Tom Jones are gonna laze you, and I'm gonna give you some love here, some love, some Back to the Future love. You guys have a good night. Get some rest. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you this weekend probably. So, good night and bye.